Hi there, this is Vikas from InstaWP. Today I'm going to show you a demo of the new WaaS V3 functionality. So with the interest of time, I've already created three websites, WaaS 1, WaaS Template 2, and WaaS Template 3. And they look something like this. So these will act as a template when we are selling WaaS. So if we go back to the site's interface, the next step you will need to do is save each of them as a template. So provide a name of the template name, and select the template, provide some description. And if you want to sell the template along with the WaaS, so you can mark it as paid. But if you want to keep the template as free and only charge for hosting, then you mark it as free. And more on this when we create the WaaS itself. Next, click on save to save this template. And I have done this for all the three templates. As you can see, if I go to the templates tab. So the travel template, the music template, and the road templates, all three are ready. If I go inside one of them, I've also uploaded the thumbnail for each so that they look really well. The next step would be if you have a new account, you need to go ahead and set up your payouts. So right now it is showing me the KYC, but if you are on this page for the first time, it will show you to set up your payout account. In that, it will ask you to either register as a company or individual based upon your status. You choose that. And the next step, it will ask you for bank details so that we can pay you out every month at the end of every month. All right. So now on to the main point where we now create a new WaaS. Here we click add new and enter the name of the WaaS. So WaaS demo. And then you can choose the design as side navigation or bottom navigation. We support two different design types. And then you choose the templates which you want to be make available for this WaaS. So I am choosing all the three. And you can also choose a language for the WaaS checkout page. So then click save and continue. It will take you to the next step. This is where you can allow the users to create demo sites before actually buying a site. But right now, this is under the coming soon functionality. So soon it will be available. The next step would be to set up your hosting plan. So right now we create a default plan. You can say this is a light plan. And if you want to keep the plan as free or paid, obviously most of the time you want to be charging customer. And this is where you will specify a price. The main use of the free option is when you want to test your WaaS. So let's just go to the paid option, and this is you can charge monthly or yearly. And remember, we said if you wanted to add the price of the template. So even if you keep the template as paid, you can actually waive off the template price while the user chooses the template. So basically, even if the template is say $10, and if you choose to add price, so it will be added to the hosting price. So $10 plus $30 every single month. So hope that makes sense. But right now, let's just waive it off. We don't want to charge for template. And this is mapped to our sandbox plan. So this is important to know that even though you are charging customer $30, so this is where the transaction will happen between you and the customer. But this is the transaction which happens between you and InstaWP. Is you will be paying us a fixed amount, but you can charge any amount to the customer based on what kind of template you are providing, what kind of customer you are targeting. So I'm keeping a sandbox right now. And by default, the end user gets administrative privileges, but you can also create a custom role inside WordPress, or you can use one of the built-in roles to not provide them the full access of the WordPress site. And you can choose a suffix domain here. By the way, you can also map your white label domain. So the white label domain can be chosen from here. All right, so I think let's go to the next one. One more thing which I wanted to talk about in the plans section is the features part. So you can actually provide features which is available in your template /hosting, and you can create multiple plans. So let's create one more plan. And this is going to be free plan. Save and continue just for our testing purposes. You can upload a logo, you can set your brand colors, you can set custom CSS, support link, you can customize the email, body of the email, etc. And done. So now if I want to preview this, I can go ahead and preview this. And it will show all the 3 templates which we have added to the WaaS. So the user chooses one of the template, goes to the next step, chooses a hosting plan, and then goes to the next step where they will get a temporary domain in the suffix which you have chosen. They can enter a domain name or they will get a free or random domain name. The next step, they will enter their name and email. But if they would have chosen a paid plan, they would have gotten a prompt to enter the credit card. So I hope that makes sense. So let's go ahead and choose the free plan. We don't want to enter a credit card right now. And this is the last step where they will check it out. And now the site creation is in progress. All right, let's wait for the site to be created. All right, so our site is ready. And as you can see, we have a magic login button, a username and password, and also a manage site. So we'll see what that does. So if you open the site now, it will be a clone of the original site, of course. And the user can now click on manage site to manage the site. The manage site allows the user to see basic details of the site, cancel the plan. They can also map a domain. So they can buy a domain from a domain provider and map it from here themselves. Soon we will be adding our own domain buying capability to the WaaS. So keep an eye out for that. Now, if we go back to our WaaS and click on the WaaS again and go to the sites section, you will see the newly purchased site has been recorded here. And you can also magic log into the site, or you can manage the site as well. Or if you want to delete it, that's where you do. And if you receive payments, all the history will be recorded here. Hope this was a good introduction to the WaaS functionality. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.